I mean, let's start with his statistics for the Black Stars. I think he played 64 games for the Black Stars, and he scored 10 goals and provided 9 assists. And in those 64 games, he played in 4 AFCON tournaments. That's the 2013, that was his first AFCON tournament. The 2015 AFCON, where he was the best player, the player of the tournament, the goal of the tournament. He was in the team of the tournament. He played in the 2017 AFCON. In the 2019 AFCON. He also played in one World Cup. That was the 2014 World Cup there. So a large chunk of his minutes, he played about 4,000 minutes for the Black Stars. He was quite an instrumental figure between that time. So his career in the Black Stars spanned between 2012 and 2019. Unfortunately, his last game for the Black Stars was Ghana against Cameroon, where he got an injury. The first half was substituted. He was substituted, and then this guy was brought to Samaru. So that was the end of his Black Stars career. So from there, you could term him as a semi-retired Ghanaian footballer. He never really came to play for the Black Stars. So now let's head into his other club side. So first of all, when he left the shores of Ghana with Cheetah FC, before he was with Peace FC, went to Feyenoord, then went to Cheetah FC, all through going through SHS. So from there, he went to the Porto Academy, and through the Porto Academy, he didn't really play a lot of games because he was injured. His first few seasons were hampered with injury. So his first few seasons, especially his first one, he played in the youth side, and was their most valuable player when they won the Portuguese Youth League. He didn't get a lot of minutes in the second season. He helped them win the Portuguese league. However, he also played alone with Rio Ave, another Portuguese team there. So he had a lot of minutes in Rio Ave. Then he was spotted by Chelsea. And at the time, unfortunately for him, when he got to Chelsea, between 2012 and up to 2020, Chelsea's transfer policy was quite different, such that they were bringing a lot of talent, and they had an abundance, so much so that certain players who we see are brilliant players now didn't get a chance. Mohamed Salah, Kevin De Bruyne, Romelu Lukaku, now Tabi Emre, Fikayo Tomori, Nathan Ake of Manchester City, Dominic Solanke of Bournemouth. All these players didn't get a chance.
And unfortunately
Atsu was also one of those guys. He also suffered that effect of the transfer policy, so he had to go to other Premier League clubs. So he went to first of all, his first loan move was not in England, it was in Netherlands, a club called Vitesse. So he played in Vitesse, then he came to the Premier League, he came to Everton, then went to Bournemouth, then he went to the La Liga, he played for Malaga, then he came back to Newcastle. It was at Newcastle that he was quite stable. Then he was bought from Chelsea by Newcastle. He stayed there for about 6 seasons. His first few seasons, he helped them from the Championship to the Premier League. He did so well. All of a sudden, between 2019 and 2020, he had a bit of setback. And to date, I cannot put my finger on what it was, but I can tell that Atsu suffered something, and I think it was mental. Because all of a sudden, someone who had the skill set similar to Messi and labeled the Ghanaian Messi, now, even when he had the ball, he couldn't really do anything. 1v1s, he couldn't do 1v1s, he couldn't tackle, he couldn't shoot. Like, he was at a loss as to what to do with the ball. And his first manager, the Spanish manager, first stuck with him. He gave him a lot of minutes. Rafa Benitez, he gave him a lot of minutes. He stuck with him, even though Atsu was not performing. However, when Benitez left and Steve Bruce came in, Steve Bruce didn't stay with Atsu. He benched Atsu. Now Atsu left and went to find his way in other places. Went to other places. Ended up Al Riyadh in Saudi Arabia. Then came to Turkey. The thing about the Turkey situation is sometimes it tells you that sometimes death is inevitable, and death actually locates you and chases you. Because this season, Atsu played less than 5 games for the club. He even played less than 100 minutes for Hatayspor. He had, before his final game, he had played just 2 games. The game against Galatasaray and one other game with Fatah Karagumovic. So he has struggled for game time and he wanted to leave. Indeed, Sani Dara says that, former communication director of the GFA, he said that, in fact, Atsu spoke to him about going to the UAE. And that reports that he was looking for clubs in France to look for. Okay,
so, you know, let me cut you. And, I mean, you are running us through Atsu's career journey. But let's join the feed at the forecourt of State House, where the final funeral rite is currently happening.